Hi guys, I was trying to do a plan with me video. For some reason it didn't really work out. Something happened to the film. I think it might be my phone finally giving in. I will also apologise in advance for the noise. It is chucking it down outside, so there's a lot more traffic than normal and it's a lot noisier than normal. So apologies in advance. I had wanted to do a plan with me using this planner here. I've talked about this planner quite a lot before, but I've never really shared it other than pictures on Instagram. So I thought, because the plan with me video didn't work, I thought I'd just talk about this planner and let you know a bit more about it, and then talk through how I've set up my week that I did in the plan with me video. I haven't seen many people in the UK with a passion planner. Nearly everyone I've seen is in America. I know I have convinced a few people to pick one of these up having seen it. They've kind of fell in love with it, as I did when I saw it. I can't remember where I first saw the passion planner. I really have no idea, but I'm really glad that I found it. This is a classic sized Paradise Blue undated. It is 8.5 by 11, so it's kind of comparable to the big Happy Planners and the Erin Condren Teacher Planner, just without like the extra bit for the coil and the discs. The cover is not normally this coloured in. This is me. Most of their covers, particularly the coloured ones, have a kind of textured pattern over the top. I coloured mine in when I was watching a film one day and I got a bit bored. So that's basically why mine is coloured in. I've seen people draw patterns all over there. Some people have taken like the plain black ones and done mandalas out from the middle. It's people just decorate them the way they want to, and kind of that's what planners are, aren't they? They're things for us to decorate as we want to. So this has been a brilliant planner for me. I've used this more than any other planner that I own, I think. Even more than my teacher planners. It really helps me see visually everything that's going on in the week, not just like the events and the things I have to do like you would normally get on a planner, but the amount of time things take up. So each day there's a time block for different things. It's very goal orientated. It gives you different focuses for work and for personal life. Everything kind of links to each other, so your days link to your week, link to your month, which links to like your goals. So it has been really helpful in kind of managing my anxiety and being able to kind of get my life back together a little bit, really. If you can't tell, I really love the passion planner. There are a lot of pictures of the spreads on Instagram if you check my Instagram out. Some of them are like before I've written stuff down, some of them have got stuff blurred out because there's a lot of personal stuff in here. This is a very personal planner. Particularly in the holidays when I lose track of time, I record pretty much everything in here. I journal in here, I write down the good things, I write down the bad things, I track my fuzzy head days, as I refer to them, when my anxiety is really, really bad, which happens quite a lot in the holidays, bizarrely. But anyway, so this is a really important planner. I might get an academic planner because the academic planners they're dated for a start, and because they're dated you get your monthly view, you get all the weeks to follow, and then you get a monthly review at the end. Because this is undated, all the months and monthly reviews are right at the beginning and then all the weeks are afterwards. So the thought of getting an academic planner is quite appealing, especially considering I've had this since January and it is starting to show signs of wear. I know most of the dated ones start on a Sunday only. I think in the undated ones you can get Monday starts, but they have just announced this week that from January they're going to do a Monday start planner. So this one is a Sunday start on the weeks. But I don't mind that, I quite like that. So if I show you the roadmap, so this is the blank roadmap, this is the mid-year one, which I haven't filled out yet. I haven't touched this during 1 But July, which was a bit of a personal challenge. But I have caved in the last week of July because it's holidays. So you take time to think about your life, what you want to do with your life, where you want to be at different stages, and you kind of take one of those things and you create a passion plan, a game changer. So this is kind of like what you think about during your months, and your focus is on your different aspects of planning. So if I show you a blank month, if I can find one, there we go, September. There's loads of space for your monthly layout. None of this kind of sharing boxes idea for different dates. You can spread it out completely. There's a focus for work and personal, as I said. You've got different things to think about, spaces for different projects that you're working on. And then this is to break down your game changer. So you take from your passion plan, you put it here, you kind of think about how you're going to incorporate aspects of that into your life, or how you're going to gear your life around working towards that goal. I personally do not get on with mind maps, so please don't feel you have to do a mind map, because I do bullet point lists. I think the structure and the prompts work really, really well to helping with all the goal setting that this works towards. So you just kind of take it and make it work for you. At the end of your month, there's sort of like prompt reflection spaces. I've seen some people use this each week. So when they do their planning routine, they answer each question for that week, which, works for them. And then on the weeks themselves, you get like a focus for the week, a focus for the day, to-do lists for the different aspects of your life, which are prioritised. I don't prioritise mine. It's just there. And then this is just open blank space for you to do what you want with. So on Instagram, there's a lot of posts where this is sort of artwork and inspirational quotes and beautiful lettering. I've seen people that do kind of journaling spaces, scrapbooking space. I kind of just use it for whatever I need to use it for. It might be just to make notes of stuff. It might be extra tracking space if I need it for different reasons. It might be something inspirational to keep me going. It could be all sorts of things. The days, as I said, are timed, so it goes from 6 in the morning to 10:30 at night, which I think is a really good range of time. It kind of incorporates my entire day in one block. So by the time I've planned everything for my week, I can literally see everything that I need to get done, and I can look at one day. Wednesday's always a good example, and think, oh my goodness, there's too much going on for me to even try and do extra tasks on that day, so I won't bother. I might throw in an extra task on a Tuesday and a Thursday to make up for it. That kind of thing really helps me. So term time as well, the to-do list, I split in two. So I use this kind of time as a guide, and I kind of run an extra column down there for tick boxes, and I end up with two lists. And then also you get like a little quote, sometimes a prompt or a challenge on every week as well. So that's how they kind of look like. That's the setup. I really like it. I've seen all sorts of people do different things with it. So some people have printed out their version and have disc bound it into the Happy Planner. Some people have ignored the time blocks completely and just use it for list making. It's entirely flexible for you. And then the other thing you get at the back is you get a really nice handy pocket. There's also a ribbon marker, which I've taped in because I don't really use it that much, and an elastic band to go around it, but again, I don't use it that much. So this is the week that I was trying to do a plan with me video for. It's kind of failed. It is the holidays, so I don't get up as early, so I've just put washi down to a time when I'm probably going to get up. I've used a sticker kit for this week, which I don't normally do. I normally use washi and whatever stickers I feel like. Sometimes they're mishmash, sometimes they're coordinated, but I haven't used a specific kit. This is a flexible kit from Elybeth Designs. This is the Wings of Change flexible kit, which I thought was really nice for this week because I'm starting my new planning system this week, with a reminder that change is good. Change is very good. So this is where the quote normally is. I just used whiteout, a bit of washi around it, and then stuck it down. So I've still got my quote section, it's just a bit different. Sometimes I've done that, Sometimes I've stuck down like a verse or something, just as a prompt. I've kept my kind of good things that have happened, although I've tweaked it a little bit. I've put positivity, and I'm going to try and do the 5 top things of the week as kind of like a weekly reflection. And I've just included some decorative washi along there from the kits. So date covers, I've done a double strip of washi along the top with white out, and then put date covers over the top, which I don't normally do, but they were in the kit, so why not? And I quite like the way it's turned out, especially considering I don't need that kind of early hours in the day because I'm asleep at the moment, which is fantastic. I do tend to put hydration trackers along the top of each day. I don't always use them. I use quite a few different ones, so these ones are from Geeky Planner, which fit quite nicely along the top. I quite often use Rachel's as well. It just depends on how I'm feeling, on what I've got that goes with the colour scheme really. But these fitted really nicely with Rachel's colour scheme, so I've used her hydration stickers. I have started to colour block different sections of my week. A lot of it is still blank because I actually use this for a proper planning routine. I actually sit down with this every day and look at how things are going. And we're not quite at the stage when I'd plan the whole week out anyway. I've just kind of put the bare bones in because I wanted to, really. I've added extra habit tracker stickers in, and normally when I time block, I colour block it so that I know what that time is for. So this colour here is like me time. Green is usually work, orange is usually uni, blue is usually guide stuff, and I just kind of block it out so I know that during that time I'm going to be doing some of those activities. Then I tend to do like a bullet journal list of tasks that I need to do during that time. Some of these are more appointment based, event based, so I just put an event label over that to indicate that there is something specific happening and it just stands out a bit more. I always do that. It's not something I've specifically done this week, so this is kind of how I would normally do it. I really liked the star checklists in the kit, so I've kind of incorporated those. So during this time I'm going to have like a top 3 that I want to do, top 3 tasks. And then what I really liked at the bottom, these are the 7-star strips. They fitted perfectly, and I didn't know what I was going to do with the space yet, so it's given me space to kind of make some lists or make notes as the week goes on, which I quite like. Excuse me. One thing that I did find quite tricky early on was how you kind of indicate a whole run of an event. So like if you're going away for like 3 days, or you've got someone coming to stay with you or something, trying to run like a strip of washi like you normally would didn't really work. So I found some thin washi and I run it down the outside of the day, so it still gives me like a really good chunk of time that I can work with and make notes with. So this is just showing that there is someone staying with us. This is just kind of emphasising the point that my husband is off work. So in the holidays I tend to use it for when he is working or when he isn't. I know that sounds confusing, but it kind of depends on how I feel at the time. So he's not at work, so I'm kind of using that as a point of standing out really. And as I said, I don't use the priority lists. I quite often, run a piece of washi down the side of a page as decoration to cover that up. In the holidays, I kind of colour code these boxes rather than prioritising them, so we've got different things that are going on. I haven't filled those out yet, obviously, because it isn't the time to. So that's kind of how my week looks. There are a lot more pictures of some of my spreads from my Passion Planner on my Instagram, and I'm going to post this one when it's finished for the setup, and then at the end of the week I'm going to blur out stuff that is quite personal, and then I'm going to post it again just so you've got some idea of how it fills up as the week goes on, just in case you're interested. As I said, I don't normally use sticker kits in my Passion Planner, but I've really enjoyed using the flexible kits. I think it's a really versatile kit that Rachel's come up with, and so I'm probably going to get one again to use specifically in my Passion Planner, particularly because I like this idea of having like specific checklists within the box rather than just creating my own. I've got a big thing at the moment about doing priority tasks, and that is definitely going to help with that. So that's a little kind of talk about my passion planner. If you check out their website, they are about to do their pre-orders for the 2018 ones during the week that I've just shown you. I believe the academic ones are still available, and there are various limited edition undated ones like this one that are on there as well. I don't know if this specific one is still available, but it might be, so I would check it out. If you've got any questions about a passion planner, let me know. I'm always happy to answer them because I do really like it. And hopefully I will at some point in August do another plan with me in my passion planner, and hopefully the video will work. I hope you're having a wonderful week whatever you're doing, and any teachers are having a fantastic holiday and downtime. And I will see you all soon, guys. Bye.